Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Garden Sound coming at you with a sort of tutorial. I'm not really sure what to call this, but lately I've been making videos about processes and stuff that have just been kind of like important to me or making sense to me, and that seems to resonate with y'all. So I'm making another one of those today. Today I am going to be reorganizing my computer, and that sounds like a really boring task, but it also is a really boring task. All right. So what I'm going to be doing basically is taking all of my samples, which have always been traditionally inside of the sample pack that they're from. I'm starting to get too many samples. I'm having to go through too many folders in order to get to them, and it's going to really help my workflow if I actually organize my samples. I'm going to be loosely following Il Gates's folder structure. He kind of tends to break things up into drum racks and that sort of thing. I'm not going to be going that deep into it and getting that organized, but I'm going to be organizing my VSTs and my samples, and we'll see whether or not that's going to be helpful. So let me show you what before looks like. I've never done this before either, which might be hard to believe. Even through 365, where I did the song a day for a year, I didn't have a very organized sample structure, and I know a lot of guys that do, so I'm way behind when it comes to this stuff. So if we go look at my Ableton samples here, you can see that everything is just the name of the sample pack, because literally what I do is I unzip it and then throw it into this folder called Ableton Samples, which isn't very organized. Same thing for plugins. So I need to go through here and organize these into the company name, because it's going to help me a lot with finding things. See, I did that for Sound Toys, but I haven't done that with the rest of this stuff. So I need to go through here and organize these folders as well. So that's what we're going to do today. If you think that's fun to watch, cool. I'm going to do a lot of time-lapsing, and if anything funny happens, I'll cut the time-lapse and show you. But that's basically what this episode's going to be about, is organizing. And then later, I'm going to be actually making a tutorial using my organized samples to see whether or not it's any quicker, okay? So there will be a follow-up video to show you whether or not this is any quicker. I'm going to turn on some freaking cool wave music. Yeah. Okay, I didn't expect to be stopping things so quickly. So here's an example. I don't even remember the last time I used a sample from any of these sample packs, so I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of them. And this is assuming that I've collected and saved all of my stuff. But again, I don't remember the last time I used a sample from these folders, so these folders are going bye-bye. Cool. All right, that was one sample pack, and it took me about 3 or 4 minutes. So I've decided what I'm going to do with these sort of generic sample packs, and this one's from my friend Nez, and it's got a lot of 80s drums in it, but it's not exactly like, I wouldn't say it's like, the solution to 80s. But there are some sample packs, like for instance, Mr. Bill. This one's got multiple different types of samples in it. So for these, I'm actually going to leave the folder name as Mr. Bill dash, so that I can easily go to it, because I want to keep some of these separate, because his are just in a next like level of cleanness. I don't want them to like, I don't want them to intermingle with all the normal sounds. That's not what I'm saying, but that's what it sounded like. So that's all I wanted to go there. Okay, here's another sample pack that I fucking don't ever remember using. Acid loops. I don't even know what this is. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Jesus, apparently that one was pretty big. All right. As soon as I do that, any torrent pack 67 rock drum loops. This apparently came from the Pirate Bay. Don't download stuff from the internet, kids. Birds Volume 1. That's my bird samples. Bonus sound libraries. Yep, never used that one. Brazilian samples. Totally, I know what that one is. You know what? We're just going to go through these now and see which ones I have and haven't used. DJ vocals. Oh, those are great. DNMA 115. What? Bye. Ear Monk Moonbaton sample kit. Man, it's been a while since I've used this. We're just going to go ahead and get rid of it. I don't remember those samples being very good. Explosion sound effects. Totally. Effects. Oh, I just made that. Garden water drop collection. That's a good one. Ooh, that needs to go in perks. Okay. See, we're getting stuff done here. This is nice. Chainsaw sample pack. That's going to go under percussion. That's one of my sample packs, which is available on Patreon. This is not just a plug for Patreon. Jesus Christ, you guys. All right, hold on a second. I'll be right back. Back to it. All right, hold on a second. So basses, we just made that. Any torrent rock drums, we're not going to keep that at all. We're not going to keep that at all. I feel dirty with that on my hard drive. All right, hold on. Where were we? Groove House, effects, loops. Master patches, loops, instruments, genre-specific effects, cinematic, burb, spaces, ambiences. I think we're done. Oh, that feels so nice. Oh, that feels so nice. Okay, let's do the VSTs next. I'm going to take a quick break and get some coffee, though. Now all my VSTs are here. What is uninstall.exe? I'm getting rid of that. I don't want to uninstall anything. Okay. So now what I need to do under my VSTs folder, VST, is start to make different, like one for native instruments. Sick. Fucking sick. Nice. Okay. So these have all been organized. And the samples have all been organized. Oh, man, that looks so clean. I'm so happy right now. Oh, shit, I didn't do my splice folder. I have to do my splice folder, and I have to do this. I have to redo this janky-ass default template because it's not working how I want it to. So we're going to do both of those things now. All right, let's open this thing up and see what it looks like. Hell yeah. Nice clean default template. Got a MIDI out ready to go. Got 5 audio tracks ready to go. My sample folder looks great. My splice folder is what it is. I'll have to get rid of this when I deactivate my splice account, which I'm probably only going to have for a little while longer. So here's the thing. When you redo your samples like this, chances are you're going to open up a file or a project, and Ableton's not going to know what to do. But if you saved all of your folders if you saved all your samples in the same folder, like for instance, everything that was in Ableton samples is still in Ableton samples. It's just under different subfolders and organizations. So all I have to do when I open up a project file, like for instance, I'll do that right now. Okay, so as you can see, I've opened up this project, and it's missing files, right? So what I need to do is tell it where those files have gone, because it knows they used to be here, and it's got references for them in Ableton, but it doesn't know where they are anymore. So I'm going to tell it not to search the project, because they're obviously not in the project. I'm going to tell it not to search the library, because I don't really want it to. What I want it to do is search the... You know what? We'll leave library on and see what happens. But I really just wanted to search this folder right here, Ableton samples. So I'm gonna go ahead and click go. It's gonna look for all these files inside of the samples folder and then maybe the library. I don't know what it's gonna find in the library, but I don't want it to look in the project, obviously, because they're not in the project. That's why we're on this page. I don't even know why that's an option. Like, it's not in the project because if it was, it wouldn't be in this list. It doesn't make sense. It's very recursive. Okay, cool. 28 new candidates were found. 9 were replaced automatically, which is awesome, which means it found 9 files that don't have any conflicts. But we still have 2 here. So Deets Beats Percussion 1, let's look at this. Okay, obviously these are in the library. So what I'm looking for is the one that's under, see this one right here? Ableton Eli samples. This is under a different part of the library, and so maybe next time I need to tell it not to look in the library. Let's see here. Yep, user library. See? All right, next time I'm going to tell it not to look in the library. Show and explore. Nope, still the library, not the actual sample folder. You see, I'm looking at the, here, this is the actual sample folder. See, D Ableton samples. So this is the one I wanted to use. All right, we have one more missing file here. Lila High. Oh, Lila the bird. Consolidate. This is it. Cool. Now all the files have been resolved. Nothing is missing. Now, what I can do to avoid this happening in the future, especially with this project or any future projects, when I save things, is I can do this. File, collect all, and save. That grabs everything and puts it inside of the project folder. Next time I do my search, I'm going to tell it not to look in the library, so it just pulls the samples. But I think this is going to be it for me today, and I'll do an update video later to see how fast I can write now that I've organized all this stuff. But as always, my name's Gardner. If this was helpful, awesome. Let me know in the comments. If this wasn't helpful, go